But we're finally getting some nice warm sunny days, and that means our fruit's going to ripen beautifully. Now, the only way it's going to not ripen is when the sun's not shining on the fruit itself. And I'm standing next to our peach tree here, and I've picked some of the fruit off the ground. Some have been hit by the birds, as you can see there. Now, I just want to show you a couple of things. Here's one that's got a lot of colour on it. It's really soft and ready, obviously, to eat. A little bit bruised because it's fallen to the ground. But what that tells me is that that got plenty of sunlight, whereas this one here, just a little bit of light coming through between the foliage. So if you've got a fruit tree that's ripening up, it doesn't have to be a peach, it can be an apple, pear or other. If there's a lot of foliage sitting over the fruit itself, that's a good thing because it'll protect it from the hot sun. But if there's too much foliage over and it's casting a shadow, you're going to find that the fruit won't ripen or get its full colours, I should say. It will ripen like these ones have here. See, that hasn't seen sunlight here, but that has fallen to the ground. It's a little bit firm still. Now the sugars will kick in as I let it ripen on a bench. I don't like storing these in the freezer, or the fridge, sorry, because I find they go mushy too quickly. So in the room environment, not too hot, that should be fine for them. Now, if you have got a tree with a lot of foliage, just like this one here, remember that they have got some summer growth. A lot of this growth has come early. This is probably not the best example. Well, actually it is, because what we can see here is all this new growth, because in the past, if I was to show you where the height of the tree was, it was just here. Let me just pull these leaves off so you can see last year's growth stopped there. That's this year's growth that's gone on from that point on upwards. So we want to bring this right back down. Now, at this time of the year, all we want to do is just remove the height of the plant. Nothing more, nothing less. And all we're doing is, taking the pressure off the root system, trying to keep the entire plant hydrated. There's no need to keep all the foliage on at this point of time, especially if you're harvesting. But if the tree is really dense, it's good to get a little bit of light through it. So for example, this little branch here, just cut it back off, maybe remove a leaf or two. Here, this is an example. See where this leaf was sitting here? That's where that leaf was. Okay, now if I remove it, you can see what's been happening. It's a bit of a shadow over the top and it's stopped it from ripening to its full colour. That's been getting sun on the left-hand side and a little bit on the right-hand side. And here's another one. An example, see the marking there? That's the branch, protecting it from ripening from the sun, and that little leaf there as well. See how it's cast a bit of a shadow over the top, causing it to stay yellow, which is fine because you still get the flavours, but if you want to get the flavours with the sun on them, especially when it's not hot, you don't want it to be a super hot day, good to take some of these leaves off, just thin it out a bit, get some airflow through it, which is important for the fruit to be able to ripen to its full capacity. So a little bit of thinning like that, and a little bit of pruning over the top, just to bring it down to arm's reach is all you need to do. Best to do the pruning after you've harvested, or thin out if you've got too many branches casting too much of a shadow over the centre of the tree. So get out there, prune your trees, and remember it's only a light prune to bring down the height, because the main prune will be done in winter when we go back and clean it all up and see if there's any damage in there as well. But otherwise, look after your fruit, get your fruit protection bags on there, because the last thing you want to do is find bloody birds and other insects and pests getting into your garden and destroying it. Just like they've done here. Do you want to see what they've done to this one here that I didn't cover? Come. Have a look at this. Eaten. Look at that. They've eaten that down to the middle, eaten it down to the middle, eaten it down to the middle. They've harvested here. So these branches were sitting down low and easily exposed, and here's another one. It's just been eaten. So they just munch away. They'll come here and clean it all up. And that's what they've done to this poor Asian pear tree. So we lost this fruit, we knew they were going, and we lost these two because yours truly missed them. See how they core it out? And they'll come back and finish it off, and there'll be just a little bit of a core in the middle left. That's what will happen to your fruit trees. So folks, protect your fruit trees. I know wildlife needs to eat as well, but don't let them eat every single thing. So cover a few fruit with your bags and thin it out so the sun can shine in there as well. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. We've got our Dandenong store open there, folks, so you can order online, click and collect for the weekend. Orders need to be in by Wednesday midnight every week for that weekend pickup. vasilisgarden.com from me, Vasili. Maresi.